Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Nino Kuni, Rather the White Witch. In the last episode, we fought off with the legendary sea captain, Captain Crossbones, and his ne'er-do-well Nautomaton, Jet Sam, gained our second power stone for Mornstar, and we've also found out where the final Mornstar piece is located, in the lands of Yule, the lands of the Snowfolk. But it's deep inside the dungeon known as the Glittering Grotto, where we'll be finding a gigantic beast known as Cerboreas, which is where I actually had to restart my game when I first played this game when I was just a little kid. So, honestly, I know this is probably going to be a run killer here. Well, not for me, but for someone that's not used to this kind of things. Definitely something we need to worry about, I guess you would say. I think we're pretty leveled up for this. We're a lot leveled up than we were when we originally did this in the original series. So I think we'll be fine, because I think I only lost like once to him in the original series, and then, I think we'll be pretty much fine here. There's nothing we really need to worry about. But this is our final hurdle in order to actually start taking on Shadar, because we only got a little bit more until we actually go into the Nevermore area and start fighting off with Shadar. So, let's do this, and let's make our way into the Glittering Grotto, and I believe usually there is a cutscene, so I'll be right back. And there we are. Hail of the Mountain King, the Glittering Grotto. And honestly, this is going to be probably an interesting chapter. I don't think we're going to have to worry much, but there is some pretty dangerous enemies in here. There's an ability called Ear Splitter that a lot of the familiars here actually have, and it casts in like half a second. So yeah, it attacks your whole team, and it does a decent amount of damage depending on how much damage the familiar actually can do to you. So, I guess we'll be figuring out what happens there once we actually start running into them. I'll point it out when we find one, but yeah, this dungeon is actually really dangerous. But let's do this. Just look at it. It's so incredibly beautiful. Not to mention, incredibly cold, but I thought I was nippy outside. It's a bit brass monkeys, eh? Let's get this over with quick, and get the flip out of here, shall we? God, what do you two have to moan about? And on like a pair of old codgers all the time? Because we are a pair of old codgers compared to you. It doesn't matter how cold it is. There's a magic stone here, and we have to find it. We have to go on, no matter what. Watch your step, everybody. Pa, that's easy for you to say, kiddo. I'd give my right nostril to be a little again. Okay, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna do a nice save here, / heal. One, because I actually made it through the intro. It took me a couple tries to actually get the intro right, to be honest. Because, let me be honest, I kept messing up the part with Jet Sam, Anonymon, and Crafting Crossbones, if I'll be honest. And this is actually the familiar we need to be worrying about. These little guys called Sasquashes, and the evolutions of these guys. These things are evil, and if you let them get away with anything they can possibly do to you, you will not have a nice time with these guys. They have abilities like that, Ear Splitter, that literally attack you in half a second. And as you saw, it actually did quite a bit of damage, and it doesn't have much of a charge time, and as you saw, the other one was going to do it too. So you can be hit 3 times by that in a row if you're not careful. I already have one of these, so I'm just going to get rid of them, and there we go. But yeah, we need to be watching out for those familiars. There's going to be the upgraded version of them, the final forms, so we do need to watch out for those as well. But other than that, the rest of the familiars in this dungeon I don't remember being too bad. But I think we'll be fine, I think. As long as we play safe, do what we do normally, and just be careful. Because there's areas we need to go, and areas we need to pay attention to, because there's little secret areas in the dungeon that is, because there's hidden walls in this dungeon, and that's one of the main things about this dungeon, is that there's like little hidden areas that you have to find in order to progress further and further into it. So it shouldn't be too hard because there's only like 2 of them, and I think I remember most of the locations. Unless there's like secret ones with chests inside them, but other than that, I think we're pretty much fine. So I believe he's actually blocking one. Nope, I believe that's an exit though. But that's like for the end of the dungeon though. You have to be at the end of the dungeon to go through that one if I remember correctly. But we do need to make our way through here, and most of these familiars are actually going to chase us down, since most of them are part of the aggressive type of familiars that actually chase you down no matter what level you are. So you do want to be careful, and thankfully I dodged both of those. That could have been much worse. I'm going to go for a slice and dice here. I usually don't use abilities, but might as well just try and get these guys out of here, because the normal familiars I don't really care as much when it comes to using abilities on them. But when it comes to certain ones, I want to get them off the field as fast as possible, so these little snow guys can... Yeah, we need to get rid of those as quick as possible if we don't want to be taking damage, like ear splitter damage for multiple different units. And Hocus Focus. A secret incantation... Nah, we don't need that. Give up on that. That's not even that good. Mostly because that unit isn't even a magic dealer, so there's no point in us using that. Okay, we need to make our way... Wait a minute, am I going the wrong way? Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, so we're going the complete wrong way. Okay, so there's actually a different way to do this, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there it is. I don't know how I messed that up. Okay, sorry for the small cut there. The reason why I cut it over that is because I actually forgot how tight-cornered a lot of this is. And as I was saying, every enemy in here is aggressive, so you really can't even sneak by most of this stuff. Which usually we do, to mostly save time for one, and also so we don't have to worry about constantly being chased down by things, because of the fact that when you're in a dungeon like this, it is actually pretty dangerous. So yeah, thankfully, now that I actually know where I'm going for one, because I didn't even know where I was going because of the fact that the first area is kind of like a maze if you don't know where you're walking to, and the spam of enemies also makes it hard. So now that we're actually over here, now I don't have to worry about the enemies as much, because there's not as much of them in one small area. I ended up getting a little upset because I was like super confused where I was going, because I honestly didn't even know what the heck was going on. Okay, I don't think this is a cutscene. I think, yeah, this is normal dialogue, I think? Mom. And look who it is. It's the Emperor and Alicia. We still don't have a name for the Emperor, because the Emperor never got a name, but all we know is that we can call him Hamlin, I guess you could say, but let's see here.
Could this be the place?
Oh, and that was Alicia.
It could. The Mountain King sees it as apt as a hiding place for the visionary magic of the ancients.
The power to save souls. Could it really be here? If we could only find it, we might stand a chance about defeating the Darshin.
That's my dad. I mean, the old Emperor.
It is, huh? Why would he and my mom be here?
That ain't your mum. That's a great sage Alicia, crikey. It's been a while.
Alicia, of course. She was in my dream. She looked so much like her.
So, the old Emperor spent his time hanging around with pretty young sages, did he? Huh. It's alright for some.
Swain, is this really the time for your lewd comments? Okay. Sorry, I'm a little off because of the fact that I had 20 minutes of just, like, sitting there, like, what is going on? I can't find where I'm going, because I'm looking for a hidden passageway, and I forgot that the first area wasn't a hidden passageway area. But you get one once you actually get to the end of the first area, where the little tomtes are sitting, and they actually let you walk through there. They block off the first one for you, just so you have to walk through that little maze section right there, just to get to this first area. So that's why I was getting a little upset. I was like, what the heck's going on? I remember there being a hidden passageway that takes you to where you need to go, and I forgot they lock off the first one from you, and then you get it afterwards. And I don't know why, because honestly, if you know where it is, they should honestly just give it to you. They only lock it off with a tomte just so you can't do that for the first time, and then you could do it any other time once you get over here. I don't understand that, it's really weird. But let's see here. No, she disappeared.
What the hell was that? Am I seeing things?
Maybe.
Ah, now I remember. Nah, man, we ain't seeing things.
We're not?
Oh, it was a tidy while back. Searching all over the place, she was. Alicia, I mean, for some ancient spell or something. That must have been the conversation they had back then. Can't have been anything else. Certain of it I am.
I don't quite understand.
What's not to understand? We just saw a flashback of the past. The only question is why.
So that was the great sage Alicia, my mom's soulmate. It won't be much longer now. We will save you, I promise. Oliver. Sorry everybody. Come on, let's go get that stone. Yeah, let's definitely go get it, since it is our final one. And then we can finally make Mornstar, but we have to go to Perdita first. Okay, I believe there's a puzzle here. We gotta look for... Oh, here it is. We gotta look in a specific spot. I believe here it is, yeah. This little iceberg up here, or stalagmite, stalactite, whatever you want to call them. Honestly, I think stalagmites come out of the ground, stalactites come out of the walls, I believe. But let's do this.
Look up there, man. That's an icicle and a half, that is. I bet a little nudge would send it tumbling straight down. They're scary.
Yeah, it is. But we just need a little bit of oh yeah, pulse. Forgot, you have to use pulse for the actual icicles in here. And down they go, and now we have an area to walk through. That's one thing I remembered about this dungeon, is that you had little icicles that you needed to use as platforms constantly. Okay, and... oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting that this dungeon is a little weird, because certain areas look like they're blocked off, but you actually have to open them up. Completely forgetting about that. Fireball this piece of icicle, so we can actually walk this way. I'm getting disorientated because everything's the same color, and that's honestly the only reason why I'm walking around like a madman. Okay, let's see here. Where do we go next? Let's see here. I don't think we go right. Where does right take us? Right takes us somewhere, but not where we want to be. We want to go where the Sasquatch is. Thankfully, it looks like we're going to be able to walk through the first one, so let's just walk right by him to save us some time here. Because these things are pretty nasty, and honestly, I want to stay away from them for the most part, since, one, we don't get much experience for fighting them anyways, because they're, oh, that's one we might get some experience from. That's one of the final evolutions. Okay, might as well grab this since we're right here, since there is a free chest just hiding behind these icicles here. I wonder what's in there, because usually if it's hidden, you usually get something out of it, so let's see what we get. Anything good? Ooh, chocolate bonbons, that's actually good. Let's see here. We might be able to get the... yeah, we did. We actually got the jump on it. Okay, let's see here. I say get rid of the Mama Sasquatch first. That's the first one we need to get rid of as fast as possible, because this thing will do damage. Much more than these Sasquatches will. So let's get the Sasquatch next, and then we can leave the Sasquish for last, since he's the first evolution. And now we don't have to worry too much if he uses Ear Splitter on us. And down goes another actually, technically, we just knocked out a whole family of them, because that was the final evolution, the mid-evolution, and the first evolution, which is kind of funny. But down they go. And Grima's getting closer and closer to getting his final evolution, which is our final familiar for the time being. I don't know if we're going to add any more, because we still have to add Marguson to our team. I think we can do something here, so let's pulse this down since we're up here. Let's see here, where are you hiding? There it is, in the battle spells. Forgot pulses is a battle spell. I don't usually use Oliver's spells too much, so I guess it makes sense why I would forget that it's a battle spell, I guess. Because I'm more used to using the familiars than actually using Oliver. I'm going to actually try and get the jump on this guy, because the Turban Legends, because we actually used one of these in the original series for, his name was Vigil. I don't think we used the exact form. I think we ended up using the fire form of him, but actually I could be wrong. I don't really remember. I'm not going to state that for sure, because I probably forgot. Ooh, Darkness Beckons. I think that is a one-shot. Thankfully, it didn't knock us out, though, because I think it's like a 30% chance to knock you out for anybody that it uses it on, and there's ones that can attack your entire party. Thankfully, that's the one-person version of it, but yeah, that could have been much worse. Okay, let's see here. I think we go... Ooh, yeah, we opened this path up, so let's check this out. What was there a reason for opening this? Probably not, but... kinda. Oh yeah, we could... wait a minute. Oh, there's an icicle up there. I didn't even notice. Okay, use pulse, knock that down, so we can grab this free chest. Might as well. Any freebies we might as well grab, since they honestly could be really helpful for us if they're battling. Buster Blade. I don't remember which one that is. Is that better than what we're using? We're using a level 46 weapon, and that is 42. It's kinda good. Nothing better than what we're using right now, but thank you, I guess. Okay. Well, at least we have it, I guess. We can use that for later if we need a wind-based weapon. Then we can open up this with a nice fireball, since these are meltable. That's the whole point of these little puzzles, is you might knock down a puzzle or an icicle that you don't actually need and it's in your way and stuff like that. Okay, so let's see here. There's a left area and there's a right area, which I think... Oh yeah, there's a green chest back here. I forgot about that. And let's grab that, since usually these hold some... Ooh... Holy Shield. Holy Shield means an upgrade for our shield, doesn't it? No, but it's decent. It protects you from getting cursed. It's kinda good. It makes you not slow, but we really don't need it. It's fine though, honestly. We can actually run away from the Ice Queen, so I'll see you later. I'm gonna book it, because honestly I don't want to fight one of those things if we have the chance of being one-shot. And honestly, that means spamming our heal button a couple times in order to fix him up after the fight. And it looks like we don't have the advantage here, but we might be able to get rid of these guys first. Oh, I think I hit evade there. I might not have. No, it didn't count it, even though I swear I saw the red tick for the timer actually go off, but for some reason it didn't go off. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell them to go in defense mode to hopefully... Thankfully, Esther did heal herself, thank you. Okay, just keep doing damage. Thankfully, we have our flame blades. Since all these are ice-type familiars, we're actually getting double damage on them because of our flame blades, which is really good. Okay, level 21 for a couple units. I don't know if Valbar's damage went down ever since we upgraded him, but it's not bad, but he's kind of... I don't know, it seems slower than it was before. Is that another green chest? Wow, there's two of them right next to each other. I've never seen that before. Okay, I guess I haven't really checked for... Ooh, Phoenix tier. Thank you. Okay, I'll definitely take that. Okay, yeah, I never used to check for this swing chest, so... Oh, that's a Papa Sasquatch. Okay, we want to get the advantage on this guy. This guy actually has some really high damage amounts that he can get to. So yeah, just in case, let's make sure we're right behind him, and let's go for those first. Chase them down first. I want these out of the fight entirely. Okay, go for the other one first, before we go for the mama. Okay, just get rid of him, please. Whew, okay, now I'm not too worrying about it, since now we don't have to worry as much, because those guys I remember being pretty dangerous, and that is a big heal, because of all the green glims on the floor. Thank you, game, I'll take those. And we also got a level for 2 of us. That's actually really good, by the way, because we get like 6 every time, every time we actually get a level for our buddy, Goliath, he actually gets a... There it is. I knew there was a secret area somewhere, and we found it. Okay, I believe we're getting closer to where we need to be. Yep, here it is. This is the final area for this dungeon. But we actually don't have our healing area, so we need to come back over here and do a nice little heal here. We actually saved some time since I knew about the little spot there. I remember there being a little spot there because there's an opposite area you could have went, which is that little section on the right, and I think that's more dangerous to walk through. But with that, we can finally take Cerboreas on. Our final Power Stone. Let's do this, and this is the run killer guy here. Or at least I remember him as a run killer. He's not going to be a run killer for us, but I'll be right back. Cerboreas, oh no. Oh, here we go, the North Wind, and this thing is dangerous. And this is all I remember him for. I remember him being the hardest boss in the game. I don't think Shadar's that bad. I don't think the White Witch is bad. I don't think most of the bosses are bad. But this guy is actually bad for 2 reasons. Thankfully, we actually had some decent magical defense, and we're kind of high leveled for him for now. So our familiar will be fine, but our teammates can easily be taken out during this fight. And he also likes to bounce around like a crazy person. Howling Blizzard, I believe, attacks your whole team, by the way. So I just got attacked by that, and that's a... Oh, actually, not that bad. Okay. We don't have to worry too much. That's not his strong attack. It's his next attack, that's going to be the worst one for us to get hit by. And I believe it's called Bleak Midwinter, which I believe, if I remember correctly, it does like a big chunk of your HP, like almost 100 damage, if you're low enough level for it to do that. Okay, Cold Boulder again. Thankfully, I know how to time this one now, since we saw it earlier.
You know that monsters who live in cold places don't like fire, do you, honey boy? Well, this big old pooch is no different. Go on, man. Give him a good roasting.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. So let's use some fireballs, since we're not able to use Phalanx for a little bit, and we got our chance. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Easy, easy. Okay, so let's go into this, and go into our little buddy Hollow here, and just spam some wind-based spells, since we have the chance to do some big damage here. Since usually we don't get to just do free damage with him, since he's usually on the back burner because of the fact that he's only based on spells for the most part. And also we had to wait till he got to his final form to be able to actually do damage, and he dodged completely. Oops. Okay, turn back into Cold Boulder. Actually, wait a minute, he's only attacking me. Let's do that. Okay, tell our... Ooh, Inner Strength, I'm grabbing that. Free full heal. Grab ourselves an Inner Strength to get a nice little attack boost for a little bit. Grab that, since that's really good since we do fire damage with our weapon. So let's just do some big damage here, since we easily can do that. Howling Blizzard. I got my evade off, but I don't know about my allies. I did tell them to defend, but I think I didn't get them to. Oh no, they all did. That's actually really good. Okay. I don't need that one, but they do, and I'm getting frozen because I'm walking into little ice areas. Don't need to be doing that. Okay. I hope they ended up getting... No, they did not even grab it, but we got a chance time from our weapon, which is not bad. Okay, just a couple little hits here. We can get some big hits here. We're doing like 100 damage per hit because he's standing still. That's literally like 500 damage in like a couple seconds. That's not bad at all. Okay, do a couple hits. Get ready for an evade. Oh, that was for them. Okay, I was expecting him to actually hit me there, to be completely honest. Uh-oh, we're recharging. We need to back off. Okay, do a fireball here. Decent amount of damage. Grab me one of these. Turn into Hollow again. Since we really can't use Grima yet, but we technically can, but we technically can't. Okay, I thought he was attacking me for a second, but I guess not. Okay, let's go for a Wind Tunnel for 200 damage, which is not bad at all. Go for another Whirly Whirlies, so another big damage, but he missed completely because of the fact that it's a fan-like ability, but it's fine. As long as we're hitting him is honestly the best case scenario here. But we are out of mana now, but honestly, it's not the worst thing, and actually, that's not bad. Stony Gaze isn't a bad thing to have our familiars use, and canceled out his ability, and we got Stony Gaze to go off. I believe that does do damage. So that's some darkness damage onto Cerboreas there, but it doesn't affect him. Of course it doesn't. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, at least we're in chance time here, so we're done with this fight in 3, 2, 1. And just like so, down goes Cerboreas with no fail. We didn't even fail it. That's really good. That means we're perfectly where we need to be. We're perfectly leveled. We're perfectly in sync with our team. And that means our team's not behind either, which is really good, because you can level up Oliver all you want, but you need to make sure your team's kind of like in an even pattern so they don't get one-shotted, because you could be put into a situation where you're 1v1ing a boss because your allies aren't leveled up enough. So you do need to make sure that they're actually perfectly fine. But let's see here. We got a bunch of levels. Level 30 for Ray already, which is really insane. And our Slamamander, actually, because no longer Sillymander because we upgraded him. But Grima is level 21 now. He's getting closer and closer to his final evolution, which is going to be good, because he's really going to need it, because we need him for his defense that he's going to give us, thankfully. But, let's see here, 2,680 gold, and a Spirit of the Snow. That's not bad, not bad. And I believe there's going to be a cutscene after this, because every other fight we have had with the Power Stones has had one, so let's get ready for that as well. But we got some decent levels out of this. Let's see here, did we get another 6 for, Water Spouts? Let's see here, is that good? It's better than Bubble Bath, so I'll get rid of Bubble Bath for Water Spout, I think. Valbar level 23, 29... Goliath got 5 defense. Okay, I was thinking he was going to get 6 every time. That would have been cool, though. If he was getting 6 every time he leveled, he was going to become really tanky. But 5's fine, honestly. Honestly, it's not bad. And we're also getting magical attacks, so Goliath can also deal damage as well, which is funny. But I believe we got ourselves a cutscene, so BRB. And there we go, you've obtained the Starstone, and just like so, we beat Cerboreas, one of the final bosses of the game, technically. We do have more, but that's for the conductor with the post-game stuff, where you have to fight every single boss for the main story over again, and then, but they're 2 times stronger than they were before, basically. So we will be fighting him again, a much more dangerous version, but at least we got rid of him for now. But let's see here. The loyal hound of the Wizard King, Cerboreas is famed both for its mastery of ice magic and its perpetual... I'll try and read that later. I don't think I can read that one. It's a lot of big words and very small fonts. It's like this small for me, if you're wondering, every time I read that. So honestly, I can't even read that one. You've obtained the page describing Cerboreas. Well, at least we got it. We'll read through that in a second, since we can just bring up the Telling Stone if we really need to, which I do want to. I'm going to read that. But let's see here. Stay back, everyone. It might still be dangerous.
Nah, man, look at those pumpy dog eyes. He ain't on the warpath no more. Forgive me. Flipping Ickman, it's a flipping talking dog.
What the hell are you?
I am Cerboreas, faithful servant of the Wizard King and keeper of the stone.
So Tabitha was right.
Even after his passing, I served my master still. For many ages, now I have guarded the stone. But its power became too much for me. It consumed me. It drove me insane.
You poor thing.
You came here for the stone, did you not?
Yeah, we did. We have to gather all of them so we can defeat Shadar.
I had sensed that. All was not right in the world. Beyond these walls, I am saving me from my madness. You have proven your strength and purity of heart. You are worthy of the stone.
You could tell all that just from us smacking you in the gob. You're a perceptive pooch, I'll give you that.
I understand. Much that is not seen fairy. As will you. You are the ones for whom my master waited for. Whom he waits still.
Your master, the Wizard King, he knows about us?
The Wizard King knows all, and the time when you two shall know all approaches. But first, you must prove to him your strength.
Huh? How do we do that?
Do what he asks of you. Grant him his final wish. Right the wrong of ages past.
Okay. Well, we'll see you later, Cerboreas. Thankfully, we actually got through him. Easily, in fact. Thankfully, we were nice and leveled, and that could have been much worse if we were lower leveled, because he could have smacked us around for quite a while, honestly. And I remember him being pretty dangerous, because of the fact that if you saw him, he was bouncing around like Sonic and stuff. So honestly, yeah, he could be pretty hard to catch if you're slow, and you have slow familiars. Thankfully, we have fast familiars like Phalanx and Hollow, and also Oliver's 5 movement speed now. So yeah, thankfully we were able to catch them off guard. But if you had a bunch of slow familiars, you would have a hard time with that fight. I think originally it was Little Spook, Bruce, and I believe Vigil was on my team for Oliver. So only one of them, Oliver and Vigil, were fast, and then Little Spook is pretty slow, and Bruce is even slower. So yeah, I had some pretty slow familiars the original time, but at least we did it. What could the Wizard King want with us?
Bigger than I know. Still looks like old Mudface didn't mean us any harm in the end, eh?
Maybe, but all he did was throw another load of riddles at us. When is this all going to stop making sense?
Don't be so negative. We got the stone, and that's what matters. The thing is to do now is to keep on going.
You're right, Esther. Time to go on, everyone. Yeah, let's get on out of here. Thankfully, we finally got our final stone. So we need to... Oh, another cutscene. I'll be right back.
This place has undergone some changes. Its halcyon days seem far behind it.
Halcyon. All that is left of that kingdom and its people is the empty citadel you see before you.
You have regrets. Destruction was the destiny those fools deserved. The choice you made was correct.
Well, well. I never thought I would hear you say that. Now, Counselor, to what do I owe this pleasure?
I came to inquire about your intentions.
My intentions?
Your intentions for this world. A world I believe you would protect. Am I not correct, Doubtjin? It is only a matter of time before the forbidden spell is used again. Does the thought not seem disagreeable to you?
We all share the same views of this world's pitiful denizens. Their lives are no longer of the slightest value.
I see. And you are quite sure of this?
My deeds shall demonstrate that I mean what I say. Watch as the frail hopes of the people of this world are torn from them and turned to the blackest despair.
So you would have them share your fate. Very well.
Counselor, just what are your intentions? This should be interesting.
I like how Gallus sits there and has the nerve to joke around / mess with Shadar when Gallus is literally turning his back on the White Witch himself, and he's acting like the Dark Djinn is the one doing it, and he's constantly like poking at him like he's the one actually helping us out when it's not even him to begin with, which is kind of funny. But with that, we're back on Kublai's Iron Wyvern, and we finally have all 3 of our stones. So, let's do this.
By the skies, you're a swift boy. I'll give you that. It seems you have yourselves a full set of magic stones already.
We couldn't have done it without Tengri. There's no way he can't fly.
He's done me proud. He may be a mere fledgling, but he has all the makings of a legendary dragon. Now you know what needs to be doing next. I take it. Those magic stones need to be reunited with that wand of yours.
So we just need to put the magic stones back in the holes in the wand, huh? Okay, here goes.
Otto.
Huh?
They'll never fit.
Yeah, they are kind of big, aren't they?
Flipping egg, what's all this about? They're the wrong blooming size, ain't they? Are you blind or something?
I guess I didn't think to check. I mean, we were so busy looking for them. You're not seriously telling me we've ended up with a bunch of worthless counterfeits, are you?
No, they're real. Of that there can be no doubt. The keepers of the stones you cross souls with were real enough, were they not?
Then why won't they fit in the wand?
'Tis Mornstar that has changed size. Like as not, it has not shifted shape to fit the hand of its new owner. But there's bound to be a way to get those stones to follow suit. I'll warrant some wise soul has scribbled it down somewhere. I've a nose for plunder, and I'd say you'd best sniff around the same place where you first heard tale of Mornstar. I first came by the map.
Hamlin, oh, of course. You're right, Kublai.
So it's back to Hamlin again, isn't it? This seems to be becoming a habit. Come on then, Oliver. Okay, let's go see how Marcuson is doing. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Okay, so we just need to do one little piece of travel. Go to Hamlin. We could do a small skip here because we still have to walk inside the palace. Even if we get the small teleport, it still doesn't take you all the way to Marcuson. So I'll be right back, and we'll be in Marcuson's little area where he does all his little emperorly little things. So, Beerby. Okay, now that we're inside the Porcelain Palace, let's go see how Marcuson is doing. I still don't have a voice for him, but we'll think of something for right now.
Guess what, your princeliness? We've got all them stones.
You have monster magic stones. So you've recovered the map from Kublai. That's right, your highness. Well, actually, he kinda gave it to us. Kublai helped you, the Sky Pirate.
He's not a bad sort. Once you get to know him, he took us under his wing even gave us a dragon to fly about on. Tidy.
He gave you a dragon? Can this be true? It's true, your highness. Tangri helped us find the 3 magic stones. We couldn't have done it without him.
The problem now is how to stick the stones back into Mornstar. I wouldn't lie to you. We don't have the foggiest.
We were kinda hoping you might be able to help us, your highness. Yeah, Marcuson, can you help us? Please, give me the wand and the stones. I wish to examine them. Okay, you can check them out. This is rather a tricky one.
Oh, don't tell me that you can't help us either. The stones are just too big, aren't they?
Well, it were a mere matter of unifying the sizes of the wand and the stones, my powers would be more than suffice. But I am afraid it is not only the dimensions that are out of alignment. There's another problem, one that I lack the ability to resolve.
Hang on a minute, are you telling us it ain't just because the wonky sizes we have to worry about? It's never flipping easy, is it?
And I think I've got it. Just to think of for a moment, when exactly did we get a hold of Mornstar?
It was when we were sent back to the past, which means,
The problem may stem from attempting to join the Mornstar of 15 years past with the stones you have obtained here in the present. As long as there is this time difference, so to speak, it may not be possible to unite them. So, we need to find Mornstar here in the present. If only it were that simple. I had my men search for it, but it seems it has been destroyed. Not a trace of it remains in all time.
Hold on. We brought it with us from the past, so surely it makes sense that it doesn't exist in the present as well.
Oh yeah, wait, what?
Hold on. This is all getting a bit too flipping complicated for me.
There may be one way who can help you. I speak of Kulan, one of the other four great sages. Her magical powers were the most formidable. So if we can go find the great sage Kulan, she can help us with Mornstar. We're talking about Kulan, the queen of the heavens, right? She ruled a city in the clouds called Xanadu, but that place is... was destroyed, yes. Jeepers, her city was destroyed. Can it really be 5 years ago? Yes, it must be. 5 years ago, news reached us that Shadar had attacked the celestial citadel of Xanadu. But by the time we mustered our forces, it was too late. When Hamlin's airborne divisions arrived, Xanadu had been wiped off from the map. I'm afraid I do not know what became of its queen and her subjects, but perhaps, if you are lucky... Fat chance. It sounds like Shadash dealt with them just like he dealt with your predecessor. Swain, please. In any case, it is not within my power to help you. For that, I can only apologize.
Don't worry, Your Majesty. There must be another way.
Well, if we can't find Kulan, I guess we'll have to find another great sage. Another? Well, Alicia is no longer with us, which leaves only Rashad.
Yeah, my father is sure to know something.
Your father? Now I see where you get your wisdom. Yes, Rashad may well be able to help you.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
We're not going to find anything out by here hanging around here swapping compliments. Let's be off, shall we? Sure. Let's go find somebody who can help us. They're out there somewhere. I just know they are. Okay. So it looks like we have to go over to Rashad then. Oh wait.
What do we do now, man? Shall we have a quick stroll around and think alike?
Nah, we don't need to do that, but we do have a portal here. I didn't even remember there was a palace, portal. Huh, that's cool. So, do we get a second one, or nope, we just leave the area?
Gosh, look at her.
Look at who? Oh, she looks kinda cool. I like the armor.
That's not the type of armor you found around these parts. There's no snout for starters.
There sure is something strange about her. Hold on. Could she be...
What is it, Swain? Is she a friend of yours?
Yeah, we go way back. But seriously, is that armor she's wearing? It's what they wore in Xanadu. That's cool.
You what?
But I thought Xanadu was destroyed.
So she's a survivor, is she? There's lucky. Come on, Oddy boy. Let's go find out what our girl's got to say for herself.
Yeah, we can definitely check her out. Hello, what's going on with you, lady? Oh, spirit medium.
Pale, silent, glowing. Yep, I reckon you're going to need to use a spell if you want to have a chat with this one, Oddy boy.
Actually, this is actually kind of nice, because you need spirit medium to talk to her, you actually need to go and talk to Horus, and if you even want to talk to her, which is kind of cool. But let's do this. So we just use a little bit of spirit medium, and now we can talk to her. So let's see what's going on with her.
Can it be? Can you see me?
Of course we can. Why wouldn't we be able to?
Oh, this is marvelous, and you can hear me too.
Sure, we can hear you. But if we're using spirit medium to speak to you, it must mean...
You were correct. I lost my life some time ago, and you were the first to notice my presence.
Well, we weren't going to miss you in that get-up. Where were we? So you came from Xanadu, did you?
Indeed, the celestial kingdom of Xanadu was my home. I was charged with protecting our queen.
But Shadar destroyed Xanadu, didn't he? So I guess you,
No, I did not fall in battle. I was slain by a comrade, a fellow citizen of Xanadu. Huh? What do you mean? What you said was correct. Shadar did indeed lay waste to my home. The fiend made his way into the inner sanctum of the palace, unnoticed by anyone. Our magic had no effect on him. Even the mighty sorcery of Queen Kulan was useless.
Huh, Kulan. But we heard she had the most powerful magic of all the great sages.
Nonetheless, it was of no use. She too was powerless against him, but Shadar did not take our lives. No, he robbed us of something else. He stole our hearts. He took the hearts of everyone who dwelled in our city. He stole all your hearts? Indeed, without hearts to call our own, we lacked emotion. We lacked reason. And was how it came to pass out that...
Tom, you've said enough. We can imagine what happened, then believe me.
Shadar will pay for this.
What happened that day, I will never forget. Its horror, it's forever etched in my memory. That's so horrible. To be killed by one of your own people. I'm so sorry. Don't pity me. My people still have hope.
Hope? What do you mean?
Queen Kulan, the Queen of the Heavens, she still lives.
Huh? She does, but we thought that...
Now that I dwell in the spirit realm, I can feel her presence. I can sense my queen's power. For years, I have searched for her without cease, but she is not to be found in this kingdom. I sense her presence somewhere in the north of here, but I sense something else too. An evil so terrible I fear to approach it. North of here? Do you mean the Tombstone Trail?
Maybe. Time was... There were other kingdoms on this continent. Now there's only Hamlin and the odd town or two. But if she's out there, we have to find her.
We've got Tangri. If the Queen of the Heavens is somewhere around here, we're sure to find her. Do you mean it? Do you really mean to search for her? You have my eternal gratitude.
Don't worry, ma'am. We won't let Shadar get away with what he's done. And besides, we have our own scores to settle with this fiendish scoundrel.
Oh, stop trying to impress her by sounding all heroic. What he means to say is leave it to us. I thank you most humbly. I am deeply grateful. And I almost forgot. Should you find Queen Kulan or any survivor of Xanadu, would you give them this? It was damaged by the fire that swept through our realm, but it's the only remaining proof that my city and indeed myself ever existed.
Sure, leave it to us. What is it? Ooh, you've obtained the Wings of Xanadu. I believe you need that in order to actually go in the town, because where we're going next for not this episode, but the following episode, so episode 26, we're going to be going to Perdita, which technically you can go inside early if you have Tankry, but the thing is you're locked out of there because you need proof that you're allowed in there, because it's like a holy sanctum, basically. So you need the ability to actually go in there, because they lock you out of there for a reason, so you can't do things early. Because you can easily just walk in there if you really wanted to, but you need the wings in order to actually go in there, which is a good thing. But we can teleport there now, which is kind of cool, since you can walk into the town, which is actually really nice. So we can actually use a quick little teleport to get into Perdita now, which is kind of cool.
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time to scour Tumnia and see if we can't find Queen Kulan.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. But let's actually leave first. Let's see if there's any extra dialogue, because sometimes there is and sometimes there isn't. But we might as well see if there's anything hidden here. Well, since I do want to actually just show off where Perdita is real quick, just so you guys can see it, let's actually make our way over there. So it's actually right next to the Tombstone Trail. And I think you can get here by boat, but this is where it is. It's actually really close to us. And there it is, Perdita. And we can also see the next dungeon as well when it comes to Nevermore and where Shadar is actually at right now. And there's the miasma that's keeping us from actually going in here. This is where we're going to need the Clarion, which we know about. But yeah, this is where we're going to be going for one of our next dungeons. Not yet, because we have to beat Perdita first. And we still have 2 side quest episodes, because we have one for Yule, and then we have one for Perdita. But Perdita we can do in 1 episode, and then we can go straight into the side quest. So, honestly, we're getting really close to Nevermore, which means we're getting closer and closer to the end of the game. So, but the Dark Djinn is not the final boss. We actually still have a whole nother chapter after Shadar, which is with the White Witch, because Oliver and friends don't even know about the White Witch yet, and we'll be learning about her very soon. So, with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. In the next episode, we're going to be only doing side quests for Yule. So, if you don't want to watch the side quest only episodes, I recommend that you skip to episode 26 when that comes out. But if you're here for the side quest, I'll see you all in episode 25. So, with that, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.